At times this world can seem so confusing. No matter what you do, you feel like you're losing. You're struggling desperately to feel like you're accepted and belong, wanting to be popular, so you're trying not to do anything wrong. You find yourself blending in with the crowd. You're accepted, you're popular, you're floating on a cloud. You're just living the good life and you're having some fun. They say it's okay to drink as long as you only have one. You're young. You're supposed to be reckless and wild. Society says religion is pointless and Christianity is reviled. Why hold yourself back with a bunch of out-of-date rules? The people that believe in God are just mindless fools. See, it's easy to fit in with the societal norm, and before you even notice, you're in the middle of a storm. The world says follow your heart and forget about your brain, so you're living life for pleasure, yet all you feel is pain. You're surrounded by people and you feel so alone. It's the most empty feeling that you have ever known. So I'm here to challenge the way that you think. You've been looking for the answer, and I know the missing link. It may sound cliche, but what you need is a savior, someone that loves you and wants you regardless of your behavior. Jesus is the one that will pull you from the dark, and once he touches your heart on a new journey, you'll embark. In awe of his glory, your actions will start to change. You'll no longer fit in, but instead you'll be strange. They'll call you a weirdo, an outcast, one of the losers, but you will not be fazed by any of these verbal abusers, because your security is in Jesus and his unconditional love. You will no longer live for this world, but for the Father above. We are called to be holy. That means be set apart, not just with your actions, but also with your heart. Matthew 5:13 through 16 says, we are the salt and the light. So stop hiding yourself. It is time to shine bright, because the only time there is darkness is when the lights fail to shine. So we should illuminate the world. It is part of our design. So follow Jesus' orders and decide to stand out, because in my opinion, that's what Christianity is all about. But I don't stand out for me or for people to hear my story. I stand out so that through me, people will see God's glory. Romans 12:2 says, to this world I will not be conformed, but by the power of God's grace I will forever be transformed. I stand out so that people can see how God changed my life, how he came to my rescue in the middle of my strife. And I will no longer follow my friends, but I will follow the Lord, because with him in heaven is where my treasures are stored. Now don't get me wrong. I still love all of my friends, but I will treat those relationships as my Father intends. I will not live for man's acceptance or for earthly praise. I hope that when they look at me upon God's glory, they will gaze, because I am called to stand out, and that's what I plan to do regardless of the circumstances. And I know God will get me through. Call me different or weird, I will wear the title proud, because I am no longer following, but instead I am leading the crowd. I am an anomaly, and I will never be ashamed, because trying to conform me to this world is like asking a lion to be tamed. I will be bold and courageous. I will stand out from the rest, and I will not stop until I give the Lord my very best. Now I challenge all of you to refuse to just fit in. Refuse to live a life full of empty pleasure and sin, but live a life set apart and be different from what society views as correct, and live for God with awe, wonder, and respect. So regardless of the rewards or the persecutions that may ensue, God, I pray that we fight to be an anomaly for you. Anomaly. It means to deviate from what is standard, normal, or expected. It means that in this world, you will most likely be rejected, but that's okay. Because when this world looks at you and they give a judgmental glance, you should smile inside, because this is your chance. It's your opportunity to show them the love that you have experienced, to tell them about God and all of his brilliance. I challenge you, stand out. Be the change on this earth, and stand up for God with all that you are worth. Stop contributing to the problem, and instead let's be the solution. Be different, be weird, and let's lead a revolution.